or just talk from the earpiece?
Oh, yeah, we're live right now. Yeah, I have you on speaker. Hey, everybody, how you doing? This is Mike, and I'm joined by a special guest today, Fernando.
Hi, how you doing? Great to meet you.
Yeah, thanks for coming on the show. So, today we will be discussing Star Wars weekends, um, specifically Weekend 2, and I'm just going to show the pamphlet. Okay, this was the pamphlet for Star Wars Weekends 2, and you have uh, Mickey in a X-wing and then a Tie Fighter, and he's smirking even though it looks like the Tie Fighter's about to blast him into oblivion. Uh, and of course, the it used to be Ashley and James were the celebrity hosts, but this year James is like the only official celebrity host, even though Ashley's there every weekend as well, and she's the hostess of Behind the Force, and the celebrity guests in attendance were Warwick Davis, who, of course, you guys know is Ewok, is Wicket the Ewok, and Jeremy Bullock, who's Boba Fett, awesome guy, and Tia Sakar, Sabine Wren from Star Wars Rebels. So it was really cool to get somebody from a show that hasn't even come out yet. Um, Fernando, did you get a chance to meet Tia?
Yes, I have. I ended up getting props for my girl, Diana. She actually we both work there, and during one of her early breaks, like around 9 o'clock, she got out of her shift, ran and got me a wristband and got me a big enough one for me to wear for the meet and greet sometime around 4 o'clock, which is pretty neat. So I got like a 4:45 to like 5:10 time. But yes, I had the pleasure to meet her not only once but twice, and then I'm meeting her Friday. That was the pass one, and then the walk up on Sunday. Was excited to meet her. Unfortunately, did not get to go to any of the Behind the Force Rebels, which I got word that they played. They talked a little bit about Sabine's character, the one she played on the show. So I wasn't able to. Hopefully, it's available on YouTube or whatever. But yeah, I had the pleasure of meeting her. Got a signed autograph of the Rebels poster. I already have, of course, Vanessa who came week one, who plays Kara and her eye. So I have two down and technically two more to go. But of course, the fifth one's going to be the hard one. But we're hoping Freddie Prinze could show up for next year for that.
Yeah, definitely. And for all the viewers out there, this is what a Fast Pass actually looks like. This is the one I got for Ashley Eckstein. It was at Echo Lake at 3 o'clock. Um, so basically, for all of you that have never been to weekends, you have to show up, depending on the guest, yet you might have to show up really early. Like last year, I had to show up 2 o'clock in the morning to see Billy D. Williams. I heard that some people slept there, overnight. Like, they came like 10 o'clock the night before, 11 o'clock the night before. But for someone like Billy D, a Star Wars actor of that caliber, I mean, personally, I would never show up 10 o'clock at night the night before. That's just crazy. Earliest I would show up is like 12 or 1 in the morning. Um, but
But you gotta give respect for those. You gotta give them props for doing that. That's a true Star Wars fan.
Yeah, definitely. Well, I mean, I guess there's really not that much of a difference between 10 at night and 1 o'clock in the morning. I mean, it actually goes by pretty quick.
It does, but it all depends. Like you said, it always depends on who the main actors are. But yeah, they line up early, and they also now changed it this year. Now we know a definitive time where they start handing out. The other thing that you didn't mention was the other item they give you is a wristband,
Right.
other than the fast pass.
Right. Yeah, they give you a wristband. I mean, I don't have my wristband because after you meet the person, they, ask you to remove it this way someone can't go and get an autograph again or whatever. That's the first thing they do after you get your autograph. So, but yeah, so you line up, early in the morning. You get the first thing you get is the wristband, and then afterwards, like seven something, like 7:30 maybe, you they start giving out the actual fast passes, and then you basically wait for the park to open. Everybody lines up for like 15 minutes roughly before the park opens, and then the first thing you'll see is like this stormtrooper skit. Um, I don't know what do you call the machines that the stormtroopers go strolling around on.
It's very similar to the one that Darth Vader flies if you get one of the opening scenarios with Darth Vader. I'm calling it the floating. I don't know the title. I'm just gonna call it the Vader's floating floating vehicle as well. I'll call it hovercraft. I don't care. It's one of those things. But he got they made two identical ones for the stormtroopers.
Yeah, and they're cool, and there's like this whole opening skit, and I believe it's exactly the same as last year, right? Like literally the same exact like dialogue.
Yeah, they changed up a tad bit, but there was more jokes last year than this year's. Because this one, they kind of like wanted to rush it. It was done a lot quicker. There was less dialogue, and they just wanted to shoehorn it through and start launching everybody out.
Yeah.
But other than that, yeah, it's pretty much almost the exact same skit, and this is the second year that we no longer do the where it's placed. They used to be back in the day when Star Wars Weekend, since I remember, since 2004. So yeah, I've been doing weekends from 2004. They used to do them on the very top of the entrance, where no matter where you were at, you were always seeing the two troopers that were always interacting with each other. Whether you were on the left or whether you were on the right, they had the dialogue, but the jokes were hysterical.
Okay, cool. Wow, you've been going to weekends that long. That's pretty awesome.
Yeah, for 10 years.
Wow.
Well, there's a reason. There's a reason why it got changed because of safety. They're the Disney committee were they're very careful that if for some reason the performer falls, there's no way of them holding on if for some reason they had an accident or they slipped off. So that's why they got rid of that. Which, trust me, a lot of people tear up, but at least their new location is safer. But you do miss the iconic thing that makes you warms you up before weekends begins. Is those stormtroopers on the very top there guarding the location.
Yeah. So cool. So also, here's just like the rest of the map, the pamphlet. It has a map of Hollywood Studios, of course, which is the section of Disney World that this event is, held. Um, so some people show up right away. Line up for the merchandise line, but the merchandise line is, at least when I was there on Friday, is much smaller than any autograph line. You have people show up because they want to get exclusives at Darth's Mall, and the location of Darth's Mall actually changed this year. Last year it was at like past Rock and Roller Coaster, like kind of like in a remote corner of the park, and now this year it was kind of like by like not too far away from the Premiere Theater, right, Fernando?
Yeah, actually, I'll actually tell you about that one. It's actually back home to its old location.
Oh, really?
They actually had a permanent location back in 2000, I believe 2000 and for a couple of years of Star Wars Weekend. Of course, the original one started in '97. It was only one weekend. And they did it from '99 all the way to now. The only exception was 2002. They never had one.
Oh wow, there was no weekends in 2002?
Yeah, because the Attack of the Clones was coming out, and George could not spare anybody to go because they were pushing the second movie's release. So what happened was that one was the only year they ever did it. But other than that, they've done Star Wars weekend consecutively. Merchandise was exclusively for a long time only at Tatooine Traders. But then I believe in 2004 that all changed and they moved it to Soundstage 1, which back in the day, right next to it, which currently is now Toy Story Mania, was Who Wants to Build a Millionaire used to be there.
Oh, okay,
They
that's
actually
cool.
they used to have a trivia game of Star Wars as part of that millionaire thing, but of course that's no longer there in existence.
Oh,
But
that's
yeah,
cool.
from 2004 to 2009, Star Wars Weekend's exclusive merchandise was moved because one, Tatooine is super small, and two, the line would be out the door and down toward the water fountain of the Muppets. So yeah, it was a huge line to enter in and out, and plus you had the traffic flow that kept going out. So they moved it to Soundstage one because there was no more production at Disney Hollywood. Well, at the time, GM Hollywood Studios at the park. So they built it at Soundstage 1, which they famously did WCW Saturday night tapings back in the day. But yeah, that's where they had the exclusive merchandise from 2004 to 2009. Then Rylance, who was the vice president of the time at Disney Hollywood Studios, moved the weekend stuff for 2010, which was the Empire's 30th, to AFI, the American Film Institute. Are you familiar with that building?
What's the name of the building?
It's called the American Film Institute, or also known as AFI, which is at the exit of the backlot door.
Yeah, no, I don't think I know where that building is.
Well, at the very end of the backlot tour, if you go to this museum, they used to have bullets, but now have just costumes from different like genres. Like they now have like the Indiana Batman costume,
Oh, cool.
Christopher Reeve's Superman. They have that, and then there's a small store at the very end. In 2010, he put the merchandise there, and trust me, it was non-stop bad feedback for that year. Don't get me
Wow.
wrong, the merchandise, spectacular. It was the logo was vintage border, like the Empire one, vintage border, with Star Wars on it, Star Wars Weekend on it, and it had Boba Fett shooting at Mickey dressed as Luke in the best of fatigue. Trust me, that year the merchandise was brilliant. The one problem, the merchandise location was small. People waited almost 3.5 hours to get there.
Oh, wow. That's crazy.
Because the entire museum was on the queue line, and then the store was just that small section. But that much feedback, they later made in 2011, where you just mentioned, where they originally, I forgot what the name was. I know it was Boa's Bounty, was the name in 2010. The original name, depending on who the host was, Vanilla More Reviews was host for one weekend. The limited edition merchandise was called Wicked's Warehouse. It did have a Jabba's Hutt name title. Of course, for the last now 3 years, the last 2 years that we're over there, it was called Darth Maul. Now it's Darth Maul again with LL. Then it had, I forgot it. They just called it Star Wars Weekend 10. But yeah, thanks to now that they got the space back again, they went back to Soundstage 1. One big enough location, which is a big plus. Air conditioned.
Yeah, yeah, it's awesome. Yeah, I've heard people talk about Wicked's Warehouse before. Um, yeah, so yeah, thanks for telling us all that interesting history and stuff. Fernando definitely knows a lot about, like the history of the park and the event itself. So thanks for sharing that with us. Um, so something cool that happened on Friday um, was that Rebel Force Radio was there. Well, at least Jimmy Mack was, and Steve was there too, and they were giving out these magnets. It was immediately following the Ashley and Tia Behind the Force show, and they gave out these Rebel Force Radio magnets, and it's really cool. It's got Mickey there. It's the Star Wars Weekends 2014 Rebel Force Radio logo. So that was really cool. I kind of had to leave pretty soon because I had a Ashley Eckstein signing at 3 o'clock. So Yeah, yeah. Me and you were supposed to meet up, but I had to. I kind of had to bolt because I had to go to an Ashley Eckstein signing at Echo Lake. And their meeting for Rebel Force Radio, like the gathering of the fans, was in front of what's that stunt car show?
Lights, motors, action.
Yeah, Lights Motors Action. The meeting was kind of like probably like 100, no, like 200, 300 feet away from Lights Motors Action, and so that was really cool. And Jimmy Mack give out cloud cakes too, Little Debbie cloud cakes in addition to these magnets, and I still have mine. I didn't eat it yet. Who knows? Maybe I'll keep it. It'll be part of my Star Wars collection. Who knows? Maybe I'll have them sign it at Celebration Anaheim. uh,
You're like, you're like, you kept this?
yeah.
You're like, you kept this? It was actually pretty good. I could actually tell you what happened. I arrived, unfortunately, a little bit after you probably left. Met with a bunch of friends of mine. I met Matthew, Matthew Clifton who was there. Of course, Steve Lawson, Jimmy Mac's wife, Wendy, her two kids, which actually the oldest one, Dylan, I think it was Dylan. It turned 50, I believe he turned 15. It was a really good hangout. They had, of course, the fangirls there. Also, who later showed up right before the talk show was actually, we saw Donald Taylor, and he had a little quick interview before he had to go to the Stars of the Saga show, which I actually have it on YouTube.
Yeah, check that out.
Pretty cool.
And what's the name of your YouTube channel in case anyone wants to check that video out?
YouTube, I wish I knew right now. I think it's under my name, Fernando Perez, I think. I have a feeling that's what
Actually, yeah, I think when I saw the video, I think that was the name of it. And
yeah, it's my name, Fernando Perez.
yeah, so if you want to see that video, look up Fernando Perez on YouTube.
I believe the title of the thing is RFR, Jimmy Mack interviews JT, James Arnold Taylor. It's really quick. Eventually, it's going to show up on their podcast, which will be probably posted midweek, which is pretty cool because they actually took the week off, which is great. I mean, well deserved because Jimmy Mack was actually vacationing. Also forgot to tell you that all of us went on the Star Tours ride. And we found the count that went on the ride was 25, and the cast server totally thought it was kidding. Like, no, we got 25. And on the ride, guess who became the Rebel Spy?
Who?
Jimmy Mack.
That's awesome.
While rocking the Rebel Force radio shirt. We all pointed when we were telling the cast member, make him the spy.
That's funny. I've been on Star Tours at least 20 times between last year and this year, and yeah, I've never been the Rebel Spy. And one time I went on there, like it was just like me and like 5 other people. But maybe one day. But yeah. So oh, sorry. What was that?
Yeah, the Rebel Spy. Osborne working with you.
Yeah.
Where did you get it?
Oh no, I've never been the Rebel Spy yet.
I finally did on my 50th try.
Oh, you got it before? That's awesome.
Yeah. Finally, I was joking for joy on that darn ride. Everyone was laughing.
Yeah. So I didn't get Ashley to sign this, but this is what a headshot looks like, everybody. It's really cool because it says, Star Wars Weekends on it, and, it has the actor, and, it says Disney Hollywood Studios, and I think it's really cool. The only thing I wish is that, like, they added a year to it, like it would say Star Wars Weekends 2014. I think that would be cool. Other than
right below it says copyright Disney, copyright. And unfortunately, I see it says 2013. It's pretty much a recopy from last year.
Yeah, Yeah, I did notice that it says copyright 2014 as well. I think it'd be cool if they had like it said like weekends 2014 like right underneath weekends. But that's just a minor thing
Exactly.
though. A lot of people like bash these headshots and they don't think that they're cool to get signed. But I think they're really cool to get signed because it's like it's like a run. It's a collection. Like instead of getting a bunch of I mean, don't get me wrong, like getting pictures signed of a character, like
Uh-huh.
you print out a picture or get official pics, whatever, for like say Ahsoka or Sabine, comes to mind
Exactly.
because that was the actress was at the weekend I just went to, but it's cool to get like a picture of the character signed, but I like how this is like a uniform thing. Like you could have a collection of all weekends headshots. I think that's cool. Like to do something like
Exactly.
that. And I got Tia Sakar to sign a headshot. I don't have it with me right now though. Um,
I
but
know it's retarded.
I'm just gonna show my stormtrooper helmet right now.
But yeah,
Um,
I definitely agree with you. These are fantastic because one, it doesn't cost you anything. You could kindly ask them if they would sign it. So far, I have not had no any extra denied by any of the actors. They know they see, the one they want to sign, and then if you act nicely to whoever the celebrity is, they're willing to sign. And I'm able to get, I think, both Vanessa and Tia, like, two additional ones. So probably one for me and probably someone else. Like, I had one, I got one for that, and then I got one for my buddy Ricardo, whose birthday is next week.
oh,
Because
nice. That was nice
he
of you.
didn't have the luck to meet her, unfortunately. So yeah, just kind of have these are unique, especially the Rebels cast, because here's an item that has their face, and even better, they have a small image of their character that they play.
Yeah. Um, yeah, definitely. So I'm just gonna show the stormtrooper helmet. First person. This is a coin bank, and I got it at Tatooine Traders. Actually, right after I saw you, Fernando, and it's really cool. I like it. It looks really awesome.
They
So,
want a black hole that is the standard stormtrooper.
standard stormtrooper. I mean, I like shadow stormtroopers, but gotta get the classic one.
The black one's the new one.
Yeah, the shadow stormtrooper or black hole stormtrooper looked really cool, but since I didn't have the original classic one yet, I had to pick that one up. Maybe in the future I'll get the shadow one. But so I had Tia sign it, and I actually asked her to draw her Rebel Bird logo, which her character seems to be famous for, and I really liked the way it turned out, and she kind of really got a kick out of me asking her to do that. She thought it was pretty interesting. Um,
You're the first one that ever requested to do that.
that's what she said, yeah. Which really isn't a surprise considering this was her first Star Wars convention type of thing, and I was like the fifth person online. So imagine the person like right ahead of me asked me to do it, and then I would look like a copycat. But yes, so and then at the Rebel Force Radio gathering, I also asked Jimmy Mack to sign it. I figure, why not? It's really awesome, and he has a nice signature. Um, so
Better, he's just got a signature now, so he's like one of the top podcasters of Star Wars. But the other big reason is he's now one half of Behind the Force for the next celebration. So that's a big
yeah,
deal.
yeah, definitely, yeah. So it was really awesome that he signed it. I actually saw him first. I saw him at Tatooine Traders, and then I was like, "Oh, hey, what's up?" And I told him I planned on going to the gathering later, and he's like, "Oh, cool." And he told me he looked forward to it, and he was really nice, and it was awesome gathering, and it was really cool, seeing him there both times. And then finally, I got you know Ashley Eckstein to sign the back of my Stormtrooper helmet, and she's got very nice handwriting. Anyone who's ever seen her autographs knows that she takes a lot of pride in her autograph, and it's really cool. It's got the iconic. She uses like one gigantic A, and then she combines it for her name Ashley, and then for Ahsoka. So she definitely has a really nice autograph,
I
and
like how it's utilized. It's beautiful. It's absolutely awesome.
yeah, it's a really nice autograph. And I have a feeling that Ahsoka will be slicing up stormtroopers in Rebels eventually, so that's why I wanted her to sign that.
You said it. You said it. Yeah, I was feeling too because the little show that the little pre-show before the fireworks, someone actually if you listen very closely at the segment where the clones show up and Ahsoka shows up. Right when she starts reading, James technically says, "Ahsoka, will we see you soon?"
Oh
And
wow,
it makes
really?
you saying that is a hint right there.
Who says Ahsoka will we see you soon?
James, you know how now there's a instead of hyperspace of single tier, James now presents all the Star Wars characters.
Yeah, I
On the show
actually
before
didn't.
the big
I
beginning of the stars.
Oh yeah, I actually wasn't able to stick around for that. I left at like 7:30, 7:45. So I didn't get.
Okay,
Yeah, I
that was
didn't get
like
to
about an hour
experience
and a
that.
half before that fireworks happened.
Okay, cool. So now they have something like they show different characters and stuff.
Yeah, he presents like he starts like this where Peace and Justice he starts introducing the Jedi characters. Then later the Empire, Darth Maul. Well, Empire is very last. And then you can go, here's the ones who I fight with the Clone Wars. Captain Rex, Captain Cody, and Ahsoka. And the moment Ahsoka starts leaving, he goes, Ahsoka, will we meet you soon? And that's the hint. And everyone's already speculating that most likely she will most likely show up on Rebels. Of course, nothing has been identified yet. But keeping everything hush hush. Another hush hush has been, of course, the possible involvement of Billy D as Lando Calrissian in the series, which
I,
in the timeline it will make sense.
yeah, I heard about that. I heard about that like a couple of weeks ago. I think that's. What do you think? Do you think that's possible?
If it's Billy D, it works every time. And he's a man who loves voice acting. And that's another thing he likes to do.
That's funny. Yeah, I think it's definitely plausible that he'll be in there, and I definitely think that Ahsoka is going to be in Rebels. I'm just gonna show on my iPad. This is when I met Ashley. A picture of when I met Ashley. Let me just put
Sweet.
the let me just put the phone down for a second so I could show that. Okay, yeah. So
Have
this,
you got any of the little souvenir items they have this year?
um, no, the only thing I got was the stormtrooper helmet.
Stars around, yeah, I got the little drinks and the popcorn souvenir. I have the Darth Vader one,
Oh, cool.
the Darth Vader popcorn cup, thanks to Diana, and the Stormtrooper little drink cup thing, which I actually got the drink of the Force, and she got the drink of the dark side. Wait, no, I got the dark side. I ended up getting a Death Star ball that lit up in different colors.
Oh, that's really
Get
cool.
the Force drink. They still, I forgot what it has, the drink. They're displayed, but I got the non-alcoholic one. There's options, the alcoholic or the non-alcoholic, which is pretty neat.
That's really cool.
So far, I think weekend 2 was good. I didn't get to do much of the stuff except for I finally did see James' new version of Obi-Wan and Beyond, which is, again, he did update it again.
Oh, cool.
Another good telling of the show. And I love that he keeps refreshing it. Of course, he definitely keeps the best moments still on the show, which is awesome. The animation on the screen is, each time it progressively gets better, but it's great. So you don't end up being there and expecting almost the exact same thing
Yeah,
on the
definitely.
show.
Yeah, he puts on a great show at Celebration. I saw talking to myself. That's what's called, right?
Yeah, that's his original name of the show, but of course, Star Wars Weekend is called Obi-Wan and Beyond. But yes, I'm pretty much the same. want to talk about that?
Yeah, definitely. I'm just gonna show this picture quick. This is me and Jeremy Bullock, who I also got to meet at weekends, and the first time I met Jeremy was at Celebration 6, and he's really awesome. He's a great guy, and I'm glad I got to meet him again. And then also the third person I met. This is actually the first person I saw. I'm showing it in reverse order. The first I met her. This is Tia Sakar from that's going to be Sabine Wren in Star Wars Rebels. So first I met her, then I saw Jeremy.
We're shocked at how small her line was. Okay, understanding that yes, she is a new character. That will change next year when the series hits one season.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, that's why I'm glad that I saw her this year, and also she was in this movie called The Internship with Vince Vaughn and Owen Wilson. So it's not like she had a major role, so it's not like she's an unknown actress. She's if you're yeah yeah I mean, like, if you're in a movie with Owen Wilson and Vince Vaughn and you have a major role, like you're definitely getting up there. So and then also here's another picture when I met Jimmy at the Road Force Radio Gathering. And I actually met Fernando at Tatooine Traders, but I don't have that. I don't have that phone on me right now. Yeah, but yeah, I gotta put that. I gotta put that on Facebook. So yeah, I showed you guys the stuff that I got signed, what a fast pass was, my pictures. Oh yeah, Fernando, you wanted to talk about that merchandise.
Oh my gosh. I luckily that kind of worked there. Luckily got to do see the merchandise about a day before that weird Rebel Rendezvous, which was brand new, which I'll explain shortly about it. But the merchandise is pretty cool. They do the generic weekend poster shirts that they sell. We have it in, the adults are in blue, the kids are in orange, then the logo pin is gone. The autograph books, it's the second year they're doing autograph books, which is the photo autograph page. So you get like an autograph on one side and the book on the other is based off the logo. One of the coolest items is the Star Wars Weekends recycled tote bag. You get 3 for $12.95. They have the Weekends logo on it. The other one is where Mickey and R2 and K are standing back to back, and then the one with the Star Wars Rebels logo. 3 decently sized tote bags for $12.95. To me, the one that has caught my eyes, other than the cool statues that has the Disney characters, is to see the main 4 Disney Store items. You know the 12 pictures?
Oh yeah, the
one that's Han Solo,
right,
Luke
right.
Skywalker, Darth Vader, and Stormtrooper. It is so good to know that Disney got it before the Disney Store, because on May the 4th, the only item that was available to sell out on May the 4th was the Stormtrooper. Those figures are absolutely fantastic in person. To me, you get the real tracks, clean tracks of all the like Han Solo, 15 plus tracks of Harrison Ford's Han Solo. You get Luke Skywalker, Mark Hamill's voice. You get this pretty much the Stormtrooper's voice. But the best part is to find out that Darth Vader is not James Earl Jones' voice.
Oh wow, that's awesome.
It's actually David Sloan. I forgot, hold on. If anyone's seen Chad Vader on YouTube?
Yeah, I've seen it a long time ago, yeah.
They use his voice. It's his voice. He's so far the go-to Darth Vader, with the exception of course, James Earl Jones, and trust me, when you hear it, you really think it's James Earl Jones, but you can tell the difference, but his voice is very, very good. They're fantastic toys. They do have sound effects like blaster sounds. Darth Vader has a lightsaber, so it makes the lightsaber sounds light up. It's really good items. Of course, they have the main badges returning. Of course, this year, for regular guests, they get the orange with blue stripes, and then it's reverse colors for the pass holders. They have the detect mean they have the carbon freeze return, the carbon freeze. Of course, they did return the stormtrooper one where you can get the female or the male depending on what gender you are. And debuting this year is the Princess Leia statue and the oh my gosh, the X-wing pilot, the Rogue Squadron technically. They're going for $99.95 plus shipping. It takes 7 to 8 weeks. Of course, they now offer I think a 15-incher for I believe $1,500.
Oh wow, that's crazy.
It's huge, but that one takes a lot longer. And I've seen a few of them in person. There's a display of it. Insane. It's beautiful, but really, really insane. I'm like, sheesh. But I have heard that a good amount has sold under that price.
Wow, that's crazy.
Of course, they have stickers. Of course, her universe fantastic stuff is sold there. Limited edition stuff. Oh, and we exclusively, other with the exception of Star Wars Celebration, we have an exclusive the Star Wars Rebels logo as a T-shirt.
Yeah, that's really cool. Have you picked up one of those shirts?
Not yet. I am a proud owner of the Celebration exclusive limited edition Rebels shirt that they were selling.
Oh, nice.
I will most likely get that one, but the one I'm really shocked that nobody's buying is the Inquisitor shirt.
Yeah, I saw
really
those.
Cool that he's the first Rebels character to have the shirt. Yeah, we're still wondering who the voice is. We'll probably find out probably at San Diego Comic-Con.
Yeah, I know. Me and you were talking about that, but the other day. It's definitely is really strange. We haven't found out who the voice is yet. I know a couple of people, not too many, but there's a couple of people who think that Mark Hamill might be the voice. I know we heard the voice during the trailer, but that would be kind of like a
Call that you are due to call is the only dialogue that I've heard from the trailer. Speaking of Rebels, we almost forgot during the Rebels thing, they did 3 characters who will become future characters of Star Wars Weekend. Of course, it will be Enzo, Sabine, and Chopper, who will be future meet-and-greet characters. So far, they're not meeting them this year. They're only showing up for that and the end of the pre-show before the start of the saga. Well, they will become eventually meet-and-greet characters next year, especially after 1 year is done.
Do you know why they're not meet and greet characters yet?
It's very similar to when in 2008. Technically, I could tell. I've heard this. When the Clone Wars series was about to come out, originally the plan before they went with going with Ahsoka as the meet and greet character, but she didn't meet anybody until 2009. It was going to be, but the game got pushed back. The game Force Unleashed, they were working on getting a Star Killer and Juno Eclipse meet and greet, but of course that ended up being canned. And trust me, I'm super devastated to hear that. When I heard that, because the game got pushed back to, of course, September, so they went with Ahsoka. But Ahsoka only showed up in the pre-show. But she showed up on the show, on the stage, but that was it. You don't meet the character.
Yeah, I mean, because
I think the main reason is because nobody knows the character.
that would be a good way to introduce them, though. Like, get people finding out who they are. I mean, I can tell you, like, I definitely would have liked to get a picture of that Sabine because the
She looks great.
the lady who the model or the actress, the lady for Sabine, she looks just like Sabine. It's ridiculous. Like I've never seen a model or an actor in
Somebody
general.
that looked almost exactly like the character.
Yeah, I mean that is the closest.
Wise, I would say her. To me, the best one they pulled off, like, oh my god, looks exactly like the actor. You wish you were here in 2005. They got somebody that looked exactly like Hayden Christensen as Anakin Skywalker that year.
Oh wow, that's awesome. Maybe.
It was sick. I was like, my jaw went like, whoa. And trust me, it was the first year Anakin debuted as the Star Wars Weekend character. Of course, it's based off the episode 3. He had a huge line.
Did he have like the? Did he have the episode 2 look or the episode 3 look?
No, episode 3.
Oh,
He
awesome.
literally debuted in 2005. It was his first year as a meet and greet character.
I'm gonna have to look up the 2005 Darth Vader. That sounds really cool.
The guy looks like him, like dead on. Almost every couple of years they will release, they'll reveal a new character showing up. I know in 2009, other than Ahsoka showing up, they ended up introducing Rex, and then later, following year, Captain Commander Cody. They already released Asajj Ventress. So, like, almost every other year, there was probably a new character coming representing Clone Wars, which I dig. I'm like, good, another character. I know in 2007, that's the year when Mini Leia, Goofy Vader, and Donald Duck as Stormtrooper came out because this year is the 10th anniversary of Mickey's first debut.
Oh, cool. Yeah. Oh, sorry. What were you saying?
No, go ahead.
Yeah, I just wanted to say that Sabine, like, I think the only way you'll find like a live person, that came out weird. But I think the only way that you'll find like a real person that looks as much like their CGI rendered character would be Sam Witwer. Obviously, because they modeled Starkiller after Sam Witwer. But it's crazy. It's almost like it's so crazy though. It's almost like this lady was the model for Sabine, like, because she looks just like her. It's so crazy. I mean, I know I'm going on and on about this. So for anybody out there that's watching, look up the Sabine model because Disney character. She looks just like her.
It's on Google. I actually typed Sabine and boom. Apparently her photo already been posted. So I forgot who took the photo, but that actual photo showed up, and I was like, wow, she looks perfect. Of course, this is our debut at Star Wars Weekend. I know there was an entire family cosplaying literally a month before at WonderCon. An entire family dressed as every member of Rebels.
Yeah, I saw that. That's really cool.
That was brilliant. Of course, there was Enzo. Yeah, we're not giving any love to him. Which kind of sucked. I feel bad. But yeah, Sabine, like hit it out of the park. It was perfect. And of course, one is really amazing. It was actually done by Pablo Person. I think Master is the name. I just added it on my Facebook. He literally developed him the actual unit like pretty within a month, and it looks dead on accurate.
Yeah, that chopper is really cool. I mean, and I actually saw that chopper when I went to the Behind the Force show with Ashley was hosting it, and Tia was the guest. Something I want to bring up is that last year, Fernando, do you know how many years they were doing that? The whole thing where they chose like 3 people from the audience to voice act, and they did a skit.
I know she did it last year. I would say only 3 years, because I think in 2011 it was introduced that they would voice act with a guest on the show.
Yeah, that was really cool. Tom Kane chose me last year, which was like awesome. I mean, like, it's one thing, to like, you might get like a Star Wars celebrity, you might get a chance to interview them, which I've done that a couple of times. But it's another thing, to be able to go on stage and like, I mean, I got chosen to be the Gamorrean guard, so I just made like some Gamorrean sounds. But it's just really cool. It's just really cool to like go on stage like this show I've been watching at that point. The show that I was watching for 5 years. Um, I got to go on stage and like voice act with Yoda and Ahsoka and Obi-Wan. That's like definitely a once in a lifetime thing, and I'm really glad that Tom Kane chose me. So thank you, Tom Kane, for choosing me. You're awesome.
It was cool, even though you barely had any dialogue. You kind of felt the way that they do their voice acting, where they get the script literally then. Because how they used to do it is they get the script then, and then they cold read it, and they read it from right there. I mean, of course, they do have some preparation, like probably half an hour. They critique scripts, saying like, "Oh, do it this way," and then they would do the dialogue, and you would have to take 3 takes to get it. So in a way, you kind of felt how they used to do the voice acting, even though it is one of the saddest moments to know that the show's canceled, and hopefully Disney at some point, actually more hoping that indeed, because now we have the Son of Dathomir comic, which as of right now I'm calling it canon because it is part of the Clone Wars. Hopefully Marvel does the continuation of Clone Wars of those scripts that are completed, put it in comic book form.
Yeah, have you picked up the, not to go too far off topic, but since you mentioned that, did you pick up the Son of Dathomir comic book?
No, but I have it on hold at Heroes Landing.
Okay. Okay.
I have it on hold. I will be getting that 6th series.
Awesome.
I will be proud to read.
Yeah, I picked it up.
Have you read it yet?
Yeah, I picked it up last Wednesday. It is, let me tell you, it's an awesome read. You're gonna love it. So I already reviewed issue 1, but maybe me and you could review issue 2 and the subsequent issues. That'd be really cool.
Yeah, I heard it's like every month they'll be coming out because it is one of the series that ends the long 20 years of Star Wars with Dark Horse. It's one of the series that will end. Of course, it was set to do 6. It's one of those series other than the Dark Horse Star Wars issues will end at issue 20 in August, and then that's it. There's a few series that are still under Dark Horse till the end of the year, and then everything will be sent over to Marvel.
Yeah, that news broke in like January. I think we heard about that.
But the main thing is we knew it was going to eventually happen. We just needed to know when the contract ended.
Yeah, we definitely knew it was going to happen eventually because Disney owns Marvel, so it was definitely inevitable.
Exactly. But yeah, it kind of sucks that I pulled it off the topic, but yeah, so far the first 2 weekends have been pretty great. I've been to 2. You've only been to this one.
Yeah.
This weekend. I'll tell you who I met. I met Bess. Got a signed autograph of his. Are you familiar with Celebration, I believe, 5? Yeah, Celebration, I think 5, yeah. Or 6, I think.
I made it to 6, but I wasn't at 5 though.
Are you familiar with cards that look like the actual, no, it's probably 5. Yeah, it's Celebration 5. Are you familiar with Randy Martinez, the artist?
I think so, yeah.
Yeah, he did a postcard set that looked like a vacation, like Orlando vacation style, where it had the Star Wars characters in different locations, like riding an airboat or stuff like that.
Oh, cool.
Beach, those classic styles. One of the cards that Randy Martinez did was Jar Jar Binks balancing on an alligator about to eat him.
Oh, that's funny.
And he's like, oh no! He's done that one for me. Was it Peter Mayhew? Yeah, he was here weekend too. I almost forgot. Diana got me a Peter Mayhew signature, which I've never got.
Oh, really?
So she got me that. Oh yeah. And then the other person I got was Ashley. I got her sign one of the now no longer available Clone Wars magazine. She signed the poster that was her Ahsoka in the scuba suit with that big shark creature from Mount Cal during the season, I believe, four. Yeah, season four.
Who?
Underwater.
Riff Tamson.
Yeah, I think so. Yes,
Oh,
for
awesome.
sure. Yeah, she signed that one in the scuba suit. She signed that one. I have met her many times. And then to Vanessa, fantastic person.
Yeah, from all
You
the
didn't get
footage
to
I've
meet
seen,
her,
it
right?
seems like it.
You didn't get to meet her, right?
No, I wasn't at the first weekend.
Oh my God, you will adore her. You're gonna think of her as probably the Ashley Eckstein of Rebels.
Oh, awesome.
Because this woman knows her stuff. She actually had an interview with Jimmy Mack literally about 2 weeks before she arrived the weekend. It was the week after she did the, I believe she was at Wizard World, WonderCon.
Oh, cool.
And in this, and then I researched her and I found out this is not her first character of Star Wars she's done.
Right, she was in the Jedi Outcast video game.
Outcast game. She voiced Jen, Ori's. I love that character. That's another great game of the year 2002, where the fighting style of the game, you get to play it in third person, which was done brilliantly. The story's fantastic, and it's a continuation of the Jedi Knight 2 Fantastic Dark Force series. And yeah, Conquerton is hands down my favorite expanding universe character. I hope he shows up in Rebels.
Yeah.
In some way or fashion.
Yeah, that'd definitely be cool.
Because his character is the factor that got the stolen plans and then it beamed him up to Princess Leia.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, Dark Force. Dark Force. I remember that game. That kind of looked like Wolfenstein and Doom. But yeah, I got to meet Vanessa. What's great is I added her. She added me a couple days before weekend, and I tagged her, and she actually thanked me the second time I met her. So I got like 2 items, black and white, signed by her with Jan and with Team Hera. And yeah, her character is going to be another fan favorite. I think the entire cast is going to be fan favorites. The thing that a lot of fans keep forgetting is that even when George played the characters, he made the women as strong as the men. You know, there's no weak link. Everyone's like equal.
Yeah.
And no woman's like a distress. They actually can kick butt. I'm trying to remember who else was there. With this. I think, yeah. Yeah, that was first weekend. Yeah, Hard Rest was fantastic. Unfortunately, a friend of mine straight up walked to him, and he was asking me for a photo, and she straight up said this, and I couldn't believe it. It's like, sorry, but you blah, 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 my childhood. You ruined my childhood on Star Wars.
Would she say that to Best?
I'm at best.
Wow, yeah.
And I'm at best and used to that.
Yeah.
So bad for him. He's now fully doing conventions now.
He's going to just start doing conventions?
Yeah, he started doing it a couple of years ago. He started, I believe, at New York Comic Con. And the fan base was huge. Because you have to think of it this way. A lot of kids our age back in the day, of course, our stuff is the original trilogy. Of course, I wasn't alive. I was alive 2 years after Return of the Jedi came out. Yeah, that shows my age. But I have seen all the movies. I've seen them before the special edition. I've seen them, of course, for the DVD releases, and I've seen the prequel. The kids of the younger generation, one generation before us, have seen the prequel, and that's their Star Wars.
Right.
Of course, in a way, that's their favorite. So you got to think of it as Jordan's fantastic. You know, they love it. Yeah, he has problems, but you'll see that they see it as one of their favorite characters, and luckily in Clone Wars, they made him funny.
Yeah, he was involved in Clone Wars since season 1. You know, they had Oh wow, what was the name of
Bombay
that episode?
Jedi.
Yeah,
That
Bombay
episode
Jedi. Yeah.
cracks me. That episode cracks me up. Who does that? Then the episode that did not have it, that he was in, that wasn't him. Oh, my ears hurt so bad. As much as people talk so bad about him, and that is the honest truth, as bad as they talk bad about it, I hate to say it, you can't, if you do not put Ahmed Best in that thing, just does not work. They had a DJ Hewley who was a really good actor. His Jar Jar looked like Johnny Mushmash. I could not understand it. But yeah, of course, Ahmed Best, this was his first year that he's ever come to Star Wars Weekend.
Yeah, it's really cool. It's going to weekends now.
Yeah, with the exception, of course, the voice actors for Rebels. Of course, last year, the two big names that came out last year were Sam Witwer, which I was super excited because I'm like, I get to meet him. I met him briefly at Celebration 6. He's got my card back of the vintage Star Killer figure,
Oh, nice.
which I was like, yes. And of course, Jim Cummings, which he voices Hondo and Naka, but of course, he's a Disney voice acting legend.
Yeah, Winnie the Pooh. He was in
Darkwing
Aladdin.
Duck, Bonkers. He did pretty much
Darkwing
almost
Duck.
every character I could think of in Saturday morning cartoons except for Gargoyles, I think. I'm like, he voiced Don Corron. That's cool as foxy character from Tailspin, which that character cracked me up so bad.
Yeah, and of course he was Darkwing Duck. I used to watch that when I was younger.
Oh man, yeah, he
Darkwing Duck.
he's not my season one. That I love it. I was like total goosebumps, but he was such an awesome dude. Did you know he actually voiced? Have you been to Epcot, Illuminations Reflection of Earth?
I've never been to Epcot. I've only been to the Magic Kingdom, which I haven't been to for like 5 years, and Hollywood Studios.
But if you do, and you go to Reflection of Earth, if you hear the announcer, Jim Cummings.
Oh, okay, cool.
He voiced when he came last year. It was the first time he ever heard it ever, and that thing's been there since. Whew. 1999. And he finally went in 2013 for the first time to watch that show with his narration. And the other attraction that I know that he voices is actually Universal. He's the narrator of the Cyberdyne systems over at the Terminator ride at
I went on that a long time ago, like 10 years ago.
Yeah, that thing is still awesome, even though it looks a little outdated, but you know what? That special effects looks fantastic.
Yeah, it's really
you
cool.
want to talk about the... Oh, no, go ahead.
Oh no, I was just saying that ride's really cool.
Oh, yeah, it's still there. Too bad they took it out over to Universal Hollywood and put the minions, which Universal has both. Our Universal has both of them, so we're so good. Just get rid of Twister. You want to talk about the future events?
Yeah, sure.
The next couple weekends?
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, okay, let's go to this coming week. Are you coming down this weekend?
Probably can't.
Probably can't. Well, the actors that are coming are Ray Park, the first of 2 weekends. Ray Park. The debut of John Rassenberg.
Yeah, he was Ham on Toy Story, and
Basically the good luck charm of all the Pixar movies.
yeah, and he was also Cliff the Mailman on Cheers.
Mm-hmm. And the reason everyone's like, he was in Star Wars? Yeah, he was. What's funny is he was in the Hobbs scene where after Leia tells her the whole rendezvous point when they're, to take out the energy field and shoot down the ion cannon. He's the officer at the end of her speech that talks. He has a quick cameo in the movie, but it's another reason to just have him because of his Disney connection with Pixar, which is a plus. It's the first year he's slowly starting to do conventions too, so that's a major plus if we get a chance to meet him hoping to get him, and then Taylor Gray, who doesn't have that much that he's done for movie or television, but he voices Enzo, who's coming this week and next week.
Oh,
But
cool.
of course, I'm going for him, but also I'm hoping, and I'm crossing my fingers, for, I might go for Ratzenberg. I really want him, because I think Taylor have a good chance of doing a walk-up. Because unfortunately, Tasia, her last dead on Sunday was super dead. There was only like 3 guaranteed, and then the rest were walk-ups. So, voice acting wise, it's best to go the final weekend. Of course, the big one, the big ones are going to be the next 2, but the biggest one is next week, or the week after, June 6th to the 8th. Billy D. Williams, the return of Ray Park, Mark Hamill debut at Star Wars Weekend.
Yeah, that's awesome. He's not going to be signing, though. Anybody that's watching, Mark Hamill will not be signing.
He might give us some happy cash. No, I'm kidding. I think, as much as I hate hearing that, I have to agree with it. Because you can imagine that line if it came. Really
Yeah.
would be. They get to the studios all the way to International Gateway at Epcot.
Yeah,
So they
that
will
line
be
would be
clearly
crazy.
covering the boardwalk / the Yacht Beach Club line. In a way, I'm kind of happy, but you know what? I'm more happy that he's coming. But single-handedly, everyone's assuming he's going to be at the not the behind the force, but the Stars of the Saga. I have a feeling he won't be. I think they're going to actually give him a separate show. If Disney is smart, I think his show needs to be broadcast everywhere.
Yeah, that would be
For
cool.
everyone to see. He is single-handedly of course, he's the man who made Star Wars. If it wasn't for the Luke, if we didn't care about Luke, the series would just be perfect. If they were smart, I hope because they're going to have to, like, move around some of the shows. As we saw this weekend, they added the Warwick Davis Ewok tale. So they moved James' show to a half an hour more. Because originally the first weekend was just 3 shows. Behind the Force at 1:45 with Dave's consistent. Star for the Saga was 3:30, and then around 5:15 was the Ewok show, which they did not have that for the year of the first weekend, which had Obi-Wan at 7. With the addition of the Ewok tale at 5:15, they moved James' show to 7:30. Well, we can assume that 5:15 will be this weekend with Ray Park coming. We'll be doing the 5:15 slot. So I'm kind of hoping the Mark Hamill one will be pretty big.
Yeah. Yeah, I can see that.
They hopefully they put it in the stage so a lot of people can see it. Because if they did it at the premiere theater, you will not fit everybody in.
Yeah, the premiere theater is not that big.
No, it fits, I think, somewhere around probably 1,000. And I've already heard the Fast Pass Plus for all 3 shows are booked. With, of course, they already expected Ray Park and Billy D being the big, of course, 2 big names. Single-handedly one of the most popular characters in the prequels, and of course one of the main ones for the original trilogy. But I'm hoping that they do give them a separate show. Hopefully it does not get played at the premiere theater. Because if it does, there will be a riot if a lot of people can't go in.
Yeah, but yeah, things will get crazy.
Go ahead. To avoid, they just need to, move it around. Give them like an on-stage, like Q&A or something, which would be great. Or me interview Ashley.
Yeah.
That's my hope. Hopefully, I have a feeling we'll get more information after this weekend what Mark Hamill's thing will be, because other than that, he is appearing on the motorcade, and that's pretty much it for each for the 3 days that he's there. And then the final weekend, which I really cannot wait, will be the I'm calling it the Clone Wars weekend.
Yeah, all the Clone Wars voice actors and Steve Bloom too.
Oh yes. We have the return of Tom Kane, who hasn't missed any since debuting. Him and D. Bradley Baker have shown every single year that they've appeared. They have not missed one. Catherine Taylor showing up after being, she was there in 2012 for the first time. I was super happy to meet her. I ended up meeting her 3 times.
Oh,
it
nice.
ended up being as a funny running pictures, like our first date, our wedding, and our reception. Ended up meeting her 3 times. I had 3 walk-ups with her. She was a sweetheart. Of course, the other one was the voice of Saz Ventress. She was a sweetheart, too. She also did her slice noodles on me. Of course, she's not coming. Matt Lancer shows up after his 1-year appearance, which was in 2011. So bad that he got stalked that year he was there.
Wait, what?
Yeah, this will be
What happened?
On the Saturday, I met him Friday, back in 2011 when he came the weekend. The following day, he actually got not attacked, but like tackled in a hugging way by a soccer fan.
Wow.
And they escorted. Apparently, it's one of the crazy fans.
Wow.
A little too crazy that's been stalking Matt Lander for a long time. What was worse was his Matt Lander's girlfriend at the time, now married, was not happy. So she was pretty much eyeing every girl that was going to Matt. But luckily, everything was cool. But yeah, that was his last year. He was here for weekends. Let me see. Other than that, it's Steve Bloom, who's, oh my gosh, where do I begin about him? He voices Zeb in Rebels, but you may have heard him if you're a big anime fan. The one character I always think about him is this Spike from the awesome show Cowboy Bebop. Of course, if you ever watched Toonami, he's actually the voice of Tom.
Oh, wow.
In the Toonami. He was so you always heard his voice the whole time.
I didn't know that. Oh, that's awesome.
You know his voice? If you hear it very closely, it's him. And I remember more when they were thinking about bringing back Toonami when they did that April Fools of, I think, 2012. All of a sudden, everyone was like, I was watching it too, and all of a sudden, Cowboy Bebop. All of a sudden, it went to Toonami, and they played the classic Dragon Ball Z. They had like a 1-episode deal with all these old shows they used to air.
Yeah, it's really
cool.
cool.
And then after that, Steve Bloom did a petition to, hey, if you want it, let the fans know. Let the Cartoon Network know. And now we know that it's back, but very late. Not prime time anymore, which is poop. But go ahead.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, so basically, I guess I said pretty much all I wanted to say. I guess thanks for watching, everybody. Unless there's anything else you want to talk about, Fernando.
No, that's pretty much it. We have an exciting 3 more weekends of Star Wars weekends. Of course, week 4 is going to be crazy. Other than that, yeah, it's going to be a great time. Have fun. Definitely drink water. It's going to be super hot again.
Yeah, definitely. And oh yeah, one thing I forgot to say was, guys, bring a sleeping bag or a chair. Like, do not go there 12 o'clock, 1 in the morning, 2 in the morning, and not, like, come on, like, don't stand there for like 6, 7, 8 hours. Like, bring something with you. Bring a sleeping bag or bring a chair. Like, that's crazy. Because I don't know, last year, I was foolish enough. I showed up at 2 o'clock in the morning for Billy D. And like I wasn't even thinking. Like, I was just sitting around. I'm not sitting around, standing around for 6 hours. Like, it's not too big of a deal, but why put yourself through that if you don't have to, you know? So bring a chair or a sleeping bag. That's all I have to say. But thank you very much
Great
for
snacks too.
coming on the show, Fernando,
My pleasure.
and thanks for telling us all that interesting stuff about Disney and the history of Hollywood studios and whatnot, and the weekend's event itself. So thanks for watching, everybody, and as always, may the force be with you. And this has been an episode of From a Certain Point of View. Peace. Okay, I'm ending the broadcast. I think it's.
Huh?
I'm gonna end the